vibes just for you.
You did what?
I wore the shirt that said good vibes just for
Why
you.
would you didn't call and tell me what you were wearing?
I didn't know until I was rummaging through my laundry.
And well, when you were like, we're gonna be recording, I was like, okay, it needs to be cute. So.
I mean, we always do this though. You dress like this, and I dress like this. This is not new. Only thing I did was I changed the name instead of August Angst. It's August Anniversary, which has brought out my angst. So there's that.
I don't know what any of that means.
Angst?
Yeah.
Like, no, not at all. I thought about getting us some like champagne, but I didn't know if it was gonna be any place to keep it cold or whatever like that. Cause 1 year, we've officially crossed the 1 year mark. This is episode 12. So he's waiting for it to download. He say,
Feeling real sophisticated.
sure beats a solo cup. I brought you a water.
I saw.
So
Put it
that,
in there.
yeah.
I've never had 12 tequila.
Is it good?
Yep.
Well, now we know. An update while we wait. I got throat lozenges because my baby sneezed in my face, and now I have a lot going on in my sinus nasal cavities here.
Oh no.
Yes.
We went to the school today, this morning, which of course caused me to be late for work, which caused me to, but yeah, they apologized and put all this stuff in writing, and they're gonna make some systematic changes in how they keep that kid. They said that their parents were very
They were upset by it.
yes, they were very confused.
Oh my God, I don't know where he got it from.
We don't do that in our home, but they've been very cooperative.
Of course, nobody wants to be called a racist for real.
In this investigation. They
What are they supposed to say? No, I don't want you to investigate my child calling another child nigga
Right.
with an ER. See, the part that bothered me is like the administration going, well, we're trying to figure out if it's ER, H, LMNOP. It doesn't matter. Not
I was
okay.
trying to make tight Conrad was sitting there like this. And I told Conrad, I said, I'm going in.
And don't you say a word in contradiction to me.
Pounds of flesh. And I'm making people cry today.
Right?
And the lady goes, well, thank you for coming. I was like, you're not welcome.
Oh no! You started off with the heat. Save this for the recording. I want to hear it.
I came in there dressed like Diane Carroll, bitch. I had on everything but a fur coat.
You were like,
You are.
it was already too late. And now it's really too late.
And I'm dressed like you are wasting my time and I'm reclaiming it.
Oh no, ma'am.
So both of the principals and the teachers, and everybody loves Titus, and everybody loves that he gives them hugs at school, and I was like, yeah, but the love has not been returned.
Right. Look, my son punched a dude in the face.
I agree.
And they did this whole thing with, we're going to investigate. That morning, she called me before noon and was like, talked to multiple kids and teachers. And what your son said was the truth. And
Like
of course, I was like, of course. And then what happened is,
What had happened was,
la, 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 la. Say something on your mic.
my check 1 2 1 2.
Yes, yes. So she was like, well, what we do prefer that they do not retaliate. He had to do a reflective lunch period.
Girl.
And Elgin, they had him write what he could have done better in the situation.
Not.
And he said, I don't think I could have done anything better. And when anyone assaults you, the expectation is not that you just, it's that you defend yourself. And there it is. And then they're going to do a restorative justice circle. Oh, this is hippie as fuck, right? They're doing a
social justice work, and the white lady had to tell me how she lived in a bubble and didn't realize until she went to Texas State. She went to this class, and I was like,
Must not sounds mighty white of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
I was looking at her like,
I always tell people everybody's an ally in Austin until they get hit with some racial shit. Then it's like, well, I didn't know what to do in that situation.
yes.
And I'm like,
And that came up too, and I was like,
what do you mean you don't know what to do in that situation? You should be upset in that situation because you were, for one, you were upset in that situation because you were put in that situation. And two, you should be upset you don't know what you were supposed to do in that situation. That would upset me. When I see what would you do moments, I want to do something about it. I don't want Don Quinones to come out the back and be like, oh, we set your ass up, and guess what you did? Nothing. Why you ain't say nothing?
right.
I didn't know what to do in that
I love
situation.
that show.
I do too. I always say, I'm going to fail what would you do moments. But some of them just be over the top. Are you ready to sit down in that seat and start?
Yeah, yes, I'm trying to.
You need to switch?
You look like you up high.
I'm not. This has been like, only thing I did was raise the arms up.
Well, maybe that's it. Okay.
I'm going to look right here. Because, anyways, okay, let's get started. You want to welcome us in?
Yes.
And you can count down 3, 2, 1, and then do a pause so they can know where to start the editing. Because they're editing their footage.
Oh, okay.
That's why. But anyways, continue on.
3, 2, 1. Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back. We are so glad that you joined
I thought we were
us.
going to say it at the same time. You said, and I was like, welcome. Wait, oh, no. Oh, shit.
So welcome back, everybody, to the Random Black Girls, the podcast.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo. My voice is a little off today. Woo, woo, woo.
That means instead of her speaking at a 45, she would probably be speaking at a 40.
I'm going to try. It takes everything out of me to not be able to speak. I was on the fellowship thing last night. Could not talk at all. Was very upset, but I was get my point in there.
Upset because you couldn't say anything?
Yes, because they want you to engage. And I'm sitting up here like, and then they're like, you should just ask that. I'm like, sign language, can't do it.
Okay.
This is an improvement on what I sounded like yesterday.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when a child sneezes in your face. And let me show you. Trigger warning.
Okay, well, then-
Trigger warning for you. Just trigger warning for you. Just so you know. It's a trigger warning. Let me show you this child's face.
So, also, ooh, ma'am.
Oh, nobody can
absolutely
see that.
not.
Nobody can see that. But look at that. Look at that. That was him at breakfast. And I was like, oh my God.
All the bacteria,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
You
And this is this morning. He did it last night.
You should have just went and licked the door.
I did. I was like, oh my God. Like, you try not to get mad at the child because the child doesn't know. But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I was very upset. I was like, ooh, if you was a stranger.
Right. I mean, that's an instant, no, I'm going to be sick.
Right. Right. And the oldest one did not go this morning to school because he was sick. So it's whipping through my house and my husband won't leave me alone. I'm like, you must want to be sick.
Right.
I don't get sick often. So when I do, I get upset about it. I'm glad there's tables between us. I really am. The other place we got to sit side by side.
Put a mask on?
No, because people can see your face. No, I think you'll be fine. I'm not coughing. I've taken my cough suppressants and allergy medicine and all types of
There's
shit.
something in the air.
Oh no, it's allergies. They're way up. So that's also adding a layer to whatever this is. And
Don't move to Austin if you've never had allergies.
You will
When
develop
you
them.
Move here, you will get all of them. I probably lived here 5 years before I even knew that I had allergies.
Right.
I was like, what is this going on? And then I finally went to a doctor and they were like, oh, you have cedar fever. And I'm like, what is that?
But everybody has cedar fever because the idiots who decided to colonize this place decided to bring all cedar trees that are male. That's all pollen is like tree spooge. right? So
Well,
it's
it's
out there in the air. So we're
springtime.
all getting sprayed with the spooge of a tree, and it's messing up our insides. I digress. We're on episode 12,
We
guys.
are on 12.
That means it's been a year. Ah, yes! It's
Look
been
at
doing this for a year.
us.
We do it every month. So
Look at us.
look at us.
You doing our purpose, bringing Black women together to discuss health, wellness, and all things that affect us in real life, real time life. And I have been going through some things. Overall, we make Black women our business. We have made Black women our business, and it's amazing how far we've come
Yes.
in 22 years.
I mean, yeah. But in 12 months, we've done a whole lot as
Oh my
well.
God.
So I'm going to give you that.
Snowballing as a good effect, I would say. But I will say that it is not easy running a business with two people. It's
No.
cute. It sounds fun.
It's not that with one person, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in nonprofit work, I think a lot of people think nonprofit work is, oh, you just can get all these grants and you can just get. This is work.
Absolutely.
It's really work,
It's
and the money got
a full-time
strings.
job. It definitely is. So, how can people get in touch with us?
They can get in touch with us, and I added one. So here's that. This is because I'll tell
Right
you about it
now,
in a bit.
y'all.
I'll tell you in a little bit.
Right now.
Okay. So on our website, www.randomblackgirls.com, I'm working at getting that at like our email addresses to be that.
Okay.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Instagram, Allure Alliance TX. I should know this by heart by now. Twitter is at TX Allure. We have been posting. It has been good this week.
Oh, okay.
We on LinkedIn now.
Ooh,
Because I
fancy.
was told in my little thing yesterday, get on LinkedIn because people will like contact you and like work with you and give you money and all types of stuff.
I believe it.
So we in there now. It's Allure Alliance. That's easy. Or you can email us at allurealliancetx@yahoo.com.
Yahoo.
Remember those commercials? You know when Yahoo and Google first opened, they were like 25 cents a share. If I had a time machine, I would just go back and do something like that. Like, I don't need the lotto. I don't need anything like that. Just
Yeah.
like tell somebody it's a hot $20. Go buy a bunch of those shares. $100.
That's it.
Go buy those shares, baby. Because let me tell you,
We would be rich.
you're gonna be all right.
We'll be young and rich.
Right.
I
Right.
know I said before, because I know how to spend money.
Well, I mean, our parents would have been rich because this shit was like in the 80s. I was still a kid in the 80s.
Were you even born?
I was born in 81.
Okay.
So there's that. All right. I was born in the 80s and raised in the 90s. All right. So what's been going on? So you said you've been, slap boxing with all of the demons out here in these streets.
Yes.
Life been lifing.
Life has been life, and I had an experience that was very. It punched me in the face. Like I've been preparing myself for it, my kids for it. I just hoped it never happened. So my kid's in elementary school. He's in 5th grade, and well, we took me into this joint, and these white folks out here doing white people stuff. And this little white kid walked up to my kid and called him a nigger to his face.
Was it with an A or an ER?
The hard The hard
The
R.
ones that be on the signs behind people talking about they don't want to integrate.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8. We don't want it that kind of hard in.
That,
Oh God.
So, of course, long story short, the school calls me. They whitewash the email, and I trained for this.
So it's like, that's what I wanted
Right.
you to do.
I be working on it. My husband was scared to death. They thought I was gonna just burn the whole school down, but I was like, oh yeah, we finna,
We on the way.
we go in with it. Luckily, the universe had me out of town, so all I got to do was phone calls, and of course, within those phone calls, and I even told them I was like, there was no empathy in that conversation. You literally tried to talk me out of my feelings by telling me, oh, it was inappropriate language. They've apologized and they're friends again. No, ma'am.
No, they're not friends again. They will never be friends.
Ever. As
Okay.
long as I'm alive.
Right.
And apologies are not accepted.
Amen.
Racial slurs, deplorable language, disgusting, the lowest.
Maybe for others, but not for me.
Not for me.
Right.
Or mine.
Right. With a Z at the end.
Already. With a T on the end. So we went through their channels, processing, and of course, my head was popping off. What's that little movie where the little dude, you hit the button, his head pops off because he's so mad? Elements?
No.
What was it?
Wasn't that Wreck-It Ralph? No.
No. It has something to do with feelings. It was a cartoon.
Oh, the little red one.
Yes.
And his fire came out of his
Yes.
hand. That is, I can't remember the name of the movie, but they're coming out with a sequel soon.
Yeah, I know you know.
I know it. I'm going to find it what it is, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, head popping off, calling my husband, asking him why he ain't up there protesting. Burning the school down, calling Benjamin Crump.
Inside Out.
Inside Out, yes. That was
You were anger.
the little red guy. Yeah.
Your little red girl just went off in
Like,
there.
why you ain't calling Jesse Jackson? Look, why the news ain't up there? Anyway, come home. We've been having meetings all week. Went to the school today. They're going to have systematic change, which was one of my main conversations. One, the sense of urgency, because my kid said that he went to one of the lunchroom monitors, told the lunchroom monitor, this little boy just called me a nigger, and she goes, oh, he's just not being nice. Go back to your seat. And
Oh.
my kid has to go back to class.
And internalize this.
Internalized it. Then tells the substitute teacher waits to the end of school to go tell the
She said, I don't really work here, so this is not what I'm about to deal with today.
They don't pay me enough for
It's $70 a day. This ain't it. I'm going to slide this to them on my way out.
this. Right.
And the lady who's supposed to be here got to deal with it.
When she get back. Exactly. So, then of course, damage control. And I was like, one, the sense of urgency. When my son went and told that lunch monitor, her hair on the back of her neck should have stood up. So I want her fired. I want
You're like, get rid of the lunch lady.
I want
Get rid of
everybody.
everybody.
The kid removed from the classroom. Then they tried to talk me out of that. No, we can't do that, but we can move Titus.
How can you move one and not the other? I don't understand how you can move one and not the other.
You're not moving my kid.
But how can you move one but not the other? Like the math ain't math in this school, right? 1 + 1 = 2. So how is I can move this one, but I can't move that one? That don't make sense because you're moving one. You're just moving one.
Remove the problem.
Right.
And my kid is not the problem. Oh, well, we can't do that. I said, well, you better show it to me in the paperwork, policies, procedures.
Then how can you move the other one? All right.
Well,
Girl.
we're just gonna have to look. I
Don't-
don't care if you got to call the white Jesus, Moses, and all his disciples. You better and write it on stone. You better get it to me. Of course, they did their due diligence, did their paperwork, did their investigation,
And
they're
was like,
"We do
while
it
you're
here."
writing up the paper, this effing N-word got me doing this fucking work. No, seriously though.
One of the kids said that they heard the A, and the other one said they heard the hard R.
It doesn't matter. What part of that are you missing?
Ma'am,
Move on, people, move on.
it's about to be a homicide investigation. While you out here playing in my face,
They're playing in my face.
I am reclaiming my time.
Oh, wow.
So,
your son's going to get student of the quarter and all types of accolades now just to make up for
look, I want everything. Free lunches,
Right.
free school supplies. I want him to have a whole ass holiday with his name on it.
You know what's crazy? The day after you called me, my son came home saying he punched a dude because he said that he was a monkey.
They out here early in these school streets.
And like he hit my son, he shoved my son, and then he hit my son with a backpack. And then my son got up and punched Buddy in the face.
Black belt.
But see, they don't know any of that. We don't tell people that. You know, it's not a weapon. It is a defense, though. So when he called me on the phone and was like, "Hey, mom, this boy did this to me.
Right.
I punched him. I went and told the principal and this vice principal. So I'm just letting you know."
Exactly.
And I was like, "Well, I'm in the pickup line, so what I need to do?" So he starts telling me the story. I'm driving home. I'm Papa you. Because I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
What back?
Absolutely.
And I mean, they were very gracious. Like, oh my God, we're very like. It's the end of the day, the kids are gone, and you know, first thing on my list to do is to pull the kids and da da da. So ultimately, the boy did admit that he did shove Elgin and that he did hit him with his backpack, and that Elgin punched him in the face and left a bruise. So people were like, "You did that to him," and Elgin was like, "Well, he hit me first."
And that was me going in light.
Right. Right. And he said he even told him, "Don't you ever do that to me again," after he
Absolutely.
punched him. And I'm like, and like my son is used to being in a homogeneous or homogenous environment where there's lots of black people only. He's he's asked to move. The school is closer to our home. He's asked to move. We say, okay, we're gonna give you this year to move. And I said, well, you made it to 12, and understanding that you're not in a homogeneous environment. And he's like, what's that mean? You're not in a room full of everybody that look like you. Right. So the way black people cut other black people down is very different than people who are outside of the community that use certain things to cut us down. Right. And I said, also, you will also find a way that black people, the way we think about each other is different than people who are outside of the community think about us. So there's some trumped up weird ideologies around blackness. Right. He found that out over a summer camp too, because one of the they were racing, and then one of the kids, of course he won. He's black.
Ooh.
Yeah, and like that kind of stuff. And he's like, he brought it to me. I was like, well, honey, you are not responsible for somebody else's mediocre, talent. Right. So it's not about you being black. It's about you being on the track team, and you've been running, and you just are better. So, like, I've started having to say, like, look, other people's issues with race is not your problem. You are going to have to deal with it. Right. But it's not your problem. It's not about you. It's about them. And when kids are racist or say racist things, usually it's out of jealousy because they really don't understand the deep-rooted nature of racial words, language, structural racism, and all that. They mad, and they want to get something out of you. Yeah. Or they're jealous and they want to try to cut you down. So he said he went back the next day. One of the kids was like, did you hit so and so? And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, you better watch out. I said, man, you better tell them you better watch out for me. I said, you ain't got to walk around, with lack of a better term, swinging your dick or anything. But if somebody put their hands on you, it is not an expectation that you be, head bowed and no. Because all you got to do is let one person slide you one time, and then everybody thinks the pile on.
And that's what I was telling the principals. I was like, y'all sent this kid. This kid went back to class, and the other kids were like, oh, I guess we can call Titus a nigger too.
Right.
And but I don't think that. I'm not asking for your thoughts,
right,
prayers, or your apologies.
No thoughts and prayers today. Right. Now look. And so yeah, ultimately I think, and I said to my son, I was like, it's not fair that you at such this young age have to come head on with race like this, because there are a lot of other kids who will not have to do this. Now, mind you, the people at his school, it's a diverse school. Like there's lots of different types of backgrounds and things along those lines. But it doesn't change that white supremacy is deeply rooted in people of color too. And that when they think about the pecking order, they think we come last. So I said, it's not fair that you have to deal with this. Yeah. It's not fair at all. I was around, I don't know if I was around this age. I was probably a little bit younger when somebody said something to me about being black or a nigga or monkey or something racial, right? Racial, yeah. But I was punch a person in the face type of person. So,
Oh yeah, that's how
you
my
know,
household was. You
right,
ask first, ask
right,
questions first. Because when you call me and say, "Oh, Titus got into a fight," for what? Oh, that kid called him a nigga. What you calling me for?
right. Sound to me like he inflicted verbal violence, and then my child inflicted physical violence. Both hurt. That's
And
it.
we told them that I was like, this kid is 10. In our house, we talk a lot about race. We talk a lot about the things that they will encounter as they
Mm-hmm.
get older, and just being black men and boys in systems.
Right,
And so today, what I'm here and I want to hear from you is your plan on how you're going to change
right,
inside your system.
right,
So when the next kid this happens to, because this will happen again,
right,
y'all will move in a way of urgency.
right, right. So yeah. Anything else other than that? August has been very busy. It's very busy.
It's not August
I
anymore.
know it's September. We're talking about August. We record at the end of the month.
Oh Lord,
Remember that.
that's enough. Like I don't need nothing else going down.
School started. All types of
Tuesday
stuff.
ends just foolery already.
But see, and that's what I said to the lady. I said, look, I understand children are testing their boundaries with one another because this is how things work. They're in that storming, that forming and storming. I get it. But what we will not push is the boundaries of racial, um, language, or physical violence. Because if you push those boundaries, you're going to get pushed. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And in my household, because she's like, your kid's great. I've interacted with him. He's so da da da. And I'm like, I know this. I raised him.
Home training. Like I said, when that little boy said what he said, that's home training. Well, we don't know where he got that. He could have got it off the TV, the computers, wherever. The computers, the internet, all the places. But it shouldn't have been in my kid's face.
Right.
So
Right.
that's home training.
But also, he knew what kid to do that to. He didn't just randomly go up to some other child. It was directed at one specific or particular child. Because in this child's mind, this child checked off all the boxes to be equated with this word. Think about that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what you on that?
That's all I'm saying.
Look, we do this all day, y'all.
All day long.
All
So
day.
let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let's talk August because this is our August podcast. We're a little late on the draw, but here we are. It was Black Breastfeeding Week this week. It ended yesterday.
Yes, I saw that. Love that.
Let's talk about your breastfeeding journey. Let's talk about what's some advice that you would give people that are breastfeeding or want to breastfeed, or people who want to support those who breastfeed. But do it quick.
Okay, so my breastfeeding experience, I breastfed my kids for 6 months apiece. I didn't have all the information, so it wasn't this Disneyland enjoyable moment for me. I was proud of myself that I tried and I did it. Didn't have support from like my family, my moms, my grandmothers, because they tried it, didn't like it, so they didn't get 5 stars on Yelp. And so
0 stars. I only have to do one, but I would give this 0 stars. That's right.
I would definitely highly recommend it. I recommend it. I suffered from postpartum depression with both of my boys, so just my mothering journey wasn't the journey that I had in my head. So I would always tell people, try it out, see if it's for you. If you can't do it, it doesn't make you a bad mom. Look, you gave birth. That baby came out. That whole person came out of your body, and that should be the only expectation. We get them
Right.
out, and everybody else take care of them.
Right.
But of course, that's not how it's built here in society.
Right.
And ask for help because it's actually a technique. You just don't put the baby on and the milk comes out and everybody's happy. Like it doesn't work like that. Like you have to teach your kid how to latch on, and depending upon if your kid has some type of disability. What's that thing about under their tongue?
Tongue tie.
They're tongue tied, and so they have to get their tongue clipped. And there is so much stuff that people leave out. And when you go to these classes, there's no. it's like just a class. It's
Right.
like this is what you do. This is how you do it. Okay, go home and when your baby comes, try to
They
brush.
give you a fake baby, and they say, this is
Yeah.
the football hold.
Right.
This is the side latch. This is the, and then that's it. And you're like,
Right.
and you have that baby doll, and you're like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Easy.
Exactly. And when you get a baby, you don't know what the baby like. The baby don't know what it likes. Like it's so.
It's like just like you've never, like if you've never, it's like the baby has never sucked on a boob before. You've never had your boob sucked on like
Oh
this
my God.
before.
Oh
Sustenance.
my
And
God.
he ain't playing, okay? He is trying to live.
And you think them little babies jaws ain't got some
They're powerful.
pout, baby? Don't let nobody tell you it don't hurt.
Right.
Don't let nobody tell you that.
So how do you support somebody who is, they're even not saying breastfeeding so much, they're saying person feeding because everybody doesn't identify with breasts. I find it pretty cool, but person feeding or breastfeeding, whatever you prefer, how do you support someone who is doing that?
Find a community of other women that are doing it.
Okay.
Because it's so easy to give up. And ask your friends, like, because some people go, oh, yeah, I tried but didn't like it, but they don't tell you that part of their pregnancy story. Or they'll tell you, oh, yeah, it was really easy for me. I was like you getting gallons per day. You had 9 years worth of breast milk.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I will talk about my breastfeeding journey, okay?
This girl was a factory. So, I would definitely say reach out or find a group of women that are doing it or tried it because they usually, if not always, support each other and talk you through it.
So my breastfeeding journey is a little bit different because I had two boys, one term and one preterm. So it's a little bit different. So the first one, I was like, I'm breastfeeding because it's free 99. I'm going to do it. My mama did not breastfeed me. She did not breastfeed my brother because we were products of the 80s. And like breastfeeding was kind of out of style. It was like, ooh, formula. You in the hospitals always pushing the formula on you and all this kind of stuff. So my mama did not breastfeed me. Probably, maybe tried it once. I was like, her mama told her, well, it hurts, just pat your foot. That's it. That's all you can do. It's just pat your foot and you're done. So for me, I said, I'm going to do it. And then I ended up having an emergency C-section because my son, I was having preeclampsia with the first one. And then I just breastfed. It was easy. It was easy. I did it for a year. My mom, like 3 months in, she was like supportive. And then there was like 4 months. 5 months, 6 months. She's like, so when are you gonna wrap this up? And I was like, I'm gonna do it for a year. I'm gonna make my own baby food. I'm gonna do this. And I did. I made my own baby food. I breastfed my baby for a year. And his birthday, I was like, oh God, I'm gonna quit breastfeeding this baby. And I did about 15 days after he turned 1. Because the supply had dropped. He was eating food, and my kids eat. So the need for breast milk was very low at that time. So second baby, many years later, preterm baby. So what that meant for me is that my baby came in before my breast milk came in. So when I had that baby, and he was in the NICU or whatever, I was having like mental breakdowns because I was like, I don't have breast milk for my kid. I can't breastfeed my kid. And the colostrum was coming, and it was in these very small, like baby syringes. I got pictures of myself with the. And colostrum is breast milk. So they would say to me, like, we're going to do donor breast milk. So people who donate breast milk, please do. It really helps a lot of these little NICU babies and stuff like that. So if you can bank your breast milk, there are a lot of women who, trigger warning, child loss, but they lose their children and they still have the milk and they will breastfeed or they will pump and then they'll donate that breast milk. So for my kid, for about, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 days, he had donor breast milk. And then mine came in, and she was like, here's the thing. The lactation consultant came in, and she was super happy, and I was having a whole existential crisis because when you have a baby that's has to be in the NICU, control is what you don't have. And for me, this was something I could control. I can control breastfeeding. I'm really good at it. I'm a star. Having vaginal births, not so much. But hey, I get the gold medal in breastfeeding.
Yeah,
That's how I
good
felt.
job.
And
I saw it.
and the lady came in and was like, I said, but I'm only getting, and I mean, literally this much.
Yeah.
This much. She was like, your baby's stomach cannot hold more than that much.
Right.
We're gonna take that. We're gonna swab it around the baby's mouth. That's all we're doing. And we're going to give him the nutrients on this. And I was like, what? And then she was like, your boobs are producing what he needs right now. So if your baby, my baby was 28 weeks. He said, your baby's 28 weeks. The breast milk that you're giving is what the baby needs at 28 weeks. So that's how this works. So once that thing came down, them floodgates, my titties was up in my neck. It was hot. I got I have literally a discoloration on one boob that I got. I don't know where it came from. It's like a seal that you're never gonna forget this. But it was just big and like a blotchy space. I thought it was mastitis, and I was like, oh, so I would have a preterm baby and a mastitis, but it wasn't that. She's like, your boobs don't hurt. I'm like, no. She did this, and I was like, okay. And she's like, oh no, you don't have mastitis. You don't. I don't know what's going on, but that ain't that.
So afraid of getting it. Oh my gosh.
And I pumped every 2 hours, every day that baby was in the damn thing. And I was just pulling out bottles and bags. And one lady was like, I don't want to show my bag because you got to. They told me you have to take some of this breast milk home because you're filling up the freezer. And other people's breast milk can't. Because I would come up there, I would pump and give them that, but I would breastfeed at the spot, like, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. And like, or I would pump while looking at the baby, while he was like right here, and all that kind of stuff. So, and he breastfed for 2 years and 3 months. He was hanging and swinging off these boobs, okay. And I had said I'm only gonna do it for a year,
Right.
and then I said I'm gonna do it for 2. Like when I said 2, my mom was like, "You're nuts. He's got teeth." But I was like, "He's had teeth since he was 6 months." So.
Yeah, Silas got teeth at 3 months.
Elgin didn't get teeth till he was 11 months.
Yeah.
Right. My baby got teeth at 6. I said, he just show up early with everything.
Look, the second one he moved fast, and he was greedy, so that made me feel like, oh my God, I was a machine.
Right.
He was never full.
Oh, my life. When you breastfeed, your life revolves around breastfeeding.
Absolutely.
I got caught out in Target once without a pump. I bought a Hand Express pump and sat in my car. I damn near cried because my titties was like to my neck. And then there's a point where it don't matter what you do, them things finna leak all up and down your clothes. So
I've had that thing when I heard other babies cry.
yeah,
it would leak.
I tried to not go anywhere.
What is that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not like
Your brain's a baby. You're a wet nurse. You're out here wet nursing it. So yeah, ultimately what I will say is for those who are breastfeeding, God bless you because it is work and it is something that they say can help build a bond between you and your little. But if you can't or you don't want to, that's okay too. Like that breast is best kind of thing has got out the window. Fed is best. There are some people who supplemented. Like when I had to put formula in my baby's bottle, like breast milk bottle, one time a feed because it needed to fortify his breast milk so that he could grow and things along those lines, preemie formula. And at first I was like, no. But then I was like, girl, you had a little bitty baby, and now look at him. He was so fat. He was so fat. I was like, the power of titties. That's what I said.
Of our bodies
Yeah.
as women.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, as people who give birth, I say, oh, God bless you, and celebrate and support a mama. Buy her food, do her laundry, do things that don't require you holding the baby. They always say, let the mom hold the baby and you hold the mom.
right.
So,
I love that. And
yeah.
other cultures and traditions, they do that.
Right. In certain, like Asian cultures, you don't do nothing but they bind you up and you don't do nothing but breastfeed your baby and like, oh, he's cute. Then they take him, somebody else go cuddle him and treat him right, and they bring him back to you to feed so that you can chill and get back right.
Heal.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our body as beautiful as childbirth is, it's traumatic for our bodies, and we have to heal.
Yeah.
So
They say it's the equivalent of being hit by a bus.
I agree.
Like at full speed or hit by a bus. Like the trauma. It's the only like a C-section or vaginal birth is the only like procedure where they're expecting you to get up and get to moving
In 6 weeks,
within no
2 weeks,
24 hours. You need to be up and moving.
they send you home.
Yeah. Well, some people. I was there for a week.
I got home, sent home.
I wasn't. I got sent home.
And I
Well,
was
my nurse was like, stay. Like, we're gonna work the insurance, so you can stay here for a week. I was like, sweet.
Also, people prepare you for being pregnant. They prepare you for having the baby, but they don't prepare you for what your body does in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So people that I hear have to go back to work in 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Oh, goodness.
I'm like, aren't you still bleeding? That's my thing. You bleed for 6 weeks. Most people will bleed somewhere in between 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, this ain't like a light flow.
No, it ain't. It ain't. See, and I had a C-section. Usually they go, no, there's still a lot of bleeding. They think C-section's not an easy way out. I'm like some people think that it's easier. They literally cut through your entire stomach area, abdominals, everything. Pull like your entrails to the side, reach down and pull out a human being, and then stitch you up and say, "Okay, now we need you to walk in 24 hours." That's it. Oh no, you don't. Look, you have to poop before you can leave the hospital. I had a lady.
So scared.
I was,
so
and I
scared.
didn't even poop. I didn't even poop. They just let me go. They was like, "Girl, you been here a week." I did not poop for a week.
I pushed the whole baby out of my vagina and was scared to poop.
Yes, it's look that first one. That lady put an enema. She's like, open them cheeks up. She said, I was like, oh, lady, buy me dinner first. And that didn't even work. When I got home, I was like, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. Because I didn't stay at home. I had to come back to the hospital every day. And I was just like, oh, God, I ain't going to make it. It's like pooping a golf ball.
A peanut. Like, and when it come out, you be like,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
Sir, ma'am.
Yeah. And then they say don't push. Like if you got a C-section, don't push because you have stitches and you don't want to pop your stitch. So much stuff. So for those people who are breastfeeding, God bless you. For those people who are supporting people who are breastfeeding or body feeding, please give them everything they want at all times until they're done.
At least up to a year.
Until they're done. Because breastfeeding a 2-year-old is a feat. Because now they old enough, they want to do stuff hanging onto your nipple. So now your nipple's 80 feet long, like Stretch Armstrong on your titty. Right. Want to kick your foot right here. You're like, next time put on something nice. Okay, come here with that old nursing bra. A little frill, something for me to diversify my eye while I'm breastfeeding. Give me a show.
Let me get it ready for you, Mama.
Dinner and a show. They do it and they fondle you.
Look, I felt like I had my body back. I was looking.
Then your husband like,
I was like, no, sir. Don't touch
you cannot, do not touch me. Do not touch me. All right, well, let's move on and let's talk to this Community Health Worker Awareness Week. This week. It ends on Sunday. Sunday is 7 days. So you want to talk a little bit about that? I'm not going to talk anything about that, but you can talk about it.
So, what is a community health worker? Thank you for asking. So,
It's right here on the paper.
community health workers are basically people who work in their communities and now they get paid for it. So, if you have volunteered in your community, you have been an advocate in your community, you have been working for policy improvements in your community, you are a community health worker and you can get certified.
Amen.
And you can get paid for it.
Amen. It is a marketable skill.
It is a marketable skill. It is huge right now. Actually, it's been huge for like the past 5 years, but people are just kind of catching up to it.
Globally, it's been huge. It has not been as big in the United States, but it's definitely gaining a lot of traction over the last,
state community health worker conference here in Austin.
And Texas, of course, has to be different than everybody else.
They have to be unique.
Sure, sure, sure.
Stand out.
Sure, let's go with that.
I became a community health worker probably like 10 years ago, and
A long time ago.
became a community health worker instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Now we both can train
Yeah.
you to become a community health
So
worker.
if you're interested in being a community health worker, email us and in the subject line put community health worker or CHW training. And it is Allure Alliance TX at yahoo.com. And we're going to add you to our list because it's coming and it's coming fast.
Oh yeah, I mean we're gonna have a wait list. Um, we are going to, like, one of our main purposes is to make sure to flood the system,
Yeah.
especially with black women,
Mm-hmm.
with community health worker certifications. Because one, we hold up our communities.
We're always standing in the gap. Why not get paid for it?
Exactly.
And
Get
I tell
paid,
everybody.
get paid for it, and do what you love. Like,
Yeah.
turn your passion into a paycheck.
All right.
And the great thing about community health work is that, I mean, no one can take that away from you.
And once you know it, you know it. What are the qualifications?
So you have to be at least 16 years old. So even if you're in high school and you're thinking about going into public health, this is a great opportunity for you. You have to get certified with the Department of State Health Services with 160 hours. And so that's the course that we have.
We do.
We can certify you if you just want to be one of the random black girls or random black guys. We can turn it into.
Absolutely. I think it would be great to have a lot more black men who are CHWs to help their brethren get their butts to the doctor.
I mean, surprisingly, I don't think people know how many black men work within their communities.
Right.
Trying to make a change.
Right.
Trying to get us out. Trying to get us stable. Generational poverty is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it.
And health inequity and exclusion is also a real thing.
I mean, we can just sit here and talk about
Yeah.
the healthcare system and why.
Girl, that's a whole nother podcast. We're going to record that on another day.
Community health workers are the bridges to resources, navigation, and those hurdles that people find in these healthcare systems, especially our communities that are lower income, because they don't have insurance, because they don't know where these community clinics are in their communities, but they really don't know how they work for them.
Right.
And that's what community health workers come in. They come in to educate you on the resources. They come in to talk to you about all the loopholes and how to get you through these hurdles and make sure that the same equal health care our white counterparts are getting, our black communities are getting to.
Right.
Because, of course, you look at these statistics. We got everything. We got high blood pressure. We got diabetes.
All of the
We got
health
mental
outcomes
issues.
are bad.
So one of the things and one of our main missions is to make sure that we are impacting health disparities among black women as well as just the community
Right.
at large, because they keep us on this hamster wheel, like
Right.
we can't get out of this, storm, but as a community,
Because they sending dinghies. Don't send me a dinghy to get me out of a storm.
Oh my God, I think they found the loophole. Let's throw something else in there.
Right. And I also believe that if you educate black women, you are educating everyone. We are the high tide that raises all boats. I believe that wholly in my heart. What's good for black women is good for everyone.
Absolutely, because we're always, like you said, standing in the gaps. We're always standing up for others. Everybody wants to know, what do we need to do, so they're coming to us for answers. And, we
Yeah.
be out here in these streets.
And the sad thing about it all is that people are coming to us, right? People are coming to us. Racism makes white people come to us
Yep.
because of the nanny, mammy sitch, right? But the only people that are left out with black women taking care of everyone are actually black women. So we have to make sure we're doing good by ourselves as well. And I think that having community health workers allows other black women to reach out to black women and say, hey, girl, hey, you're doing everything great. We love it. You got to take care of yourself if you're going to stay here.
Yeah, absolutely. We put ourselves on the back burner for other people and hope that they acknowledge
every single
about
time.
what we do, and we don't get seen, heard, or acknowledged. And so, as the two squeaky wheels
Very loud wheels.
of
Now they're going wow, 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 wheels.
you said no. Yeah, we don't take no's, apologies. They are not accepted. Next caller, please.
Excuse me, I'm coughing over here. All right.
So with community health work, you need 160 hours
Mm-hmm.
certification. You have to fill out an application on the Department of Health Services
Or with the organization in which you were.
or with the organization that you were, and then every year not every year, but every 2 years, you renew your certification with 20
Continuing education. Yes.
hours, and we do that too.
And you can just Google community health worker certifications, Texas, and it'll take you right to it.
Yeah, and then you go, oh, I want to get certified with Allure Alliance.
Yes, that's what you want to do.
That's what you're
Allure Alliance. We gonna start inundating and flooding the timeline with that stuff. We still waiting on a few T's to be crossed and I's to be dotted.
So don't get left behind.
But my tarot lady said judgment's on our side right here. Right?
Abundance.
All up and through September. Virgo season.
We want to abundantly flood our communities with black men and women that can bridge the gap in our healthcare.
Truth.com. So let's take it up a notch.
Let's go.
It's our, do you know what this month was? It was our anniversary. Yeah.
Made for you and me.
Hey, we done made it a whole year as a 501c3. Now, we've been doing this for a long time outside of 501c3. But, baby,
Let me tell you.
it's been you learn a lot about yourself doing some of your own shit versus doing somebody else's shit.
Absolutely.
So, what are your top 3 takeaways of the last 12 months?
You can do it. It takes a lot of dedication and commitment and belief in yourself that if there's something in the world that you want to change, no matter how small it is, you can get it done. And that's how I feel about what we've done with our business. We walked out on faith and was like, look, we're going to make this happen. And we did. Another takeaway would be when you're not behind the scenes, you don't see all the moving parts, like the eyes. So learning about all the moving parts, everything from just applying for a grant to getting insurance, like it's so much that goes into it. But at the end of the day, at least you can lay down and say you're doing something that you love and you're helping people in a way that you know is truly effective than sitting at other people's tables and in smoke and mirrors.
Right. And number 3?
And number 3, oh goodness, you your own boss. Like ain't nobody telling you what to do. Like
Those people holding your contracts are definitely telling you what to do.
like the red tape. No, we can't do this right now. Like I don't know if it's the older that I got now. I got kids and I'm married. I'm doing life. That no is not a good enough answer for me, especially when you see what's needed. And they're always saying, well, what should we do? What can we do? How can we do it? And it's like, I need to speak a whole other language for you.
Right.
I didn't told you.
Right.
So quit asking. So we just do it ourselves. We just do it.
We just do it ourselves. DIY, baby. DIY.
Exactly. So.
I like your top 3.
Okay.
My top 3 are, okay, look. You're all nice and sunshine and look at this manifesting. It's great. And I'm on the other end like, okay, so lots of work. No, no, but seriously, number 1 is the freedom to do what you think needs to get done. I really like that. I like that we have said, look, we see this gap. People are not filling this gap the way that we think this gap should be filled. So we're going to offer what we think is good. And we are operating out of a space of there's enough for everybody. So I like that. Everybody gonna eat. Like one of these questions that they had was like, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And they were like, well, how do you feel about that? And I said, you know what? I don't feel like I'm at the table. And I don't feel like I'm on the menu. I feel like I'm at the buffet sizing up the place. What do I really want to put on my plate? Because here's the thing. Sometimes in nonprofit work, because something is offered, you feel like you have to take it.
Yes.
And I don't want to operate in that way. Okay, so for me, that has been really like a big takeaway for me. Number two, like the freedom to do what we think we need to do and how we want to do. Number two is I realized things about myself that I did not think about or have to like look at working for someone else. You can always kind of like, oh, this person is making XYZ decision. So if I don't like it, they're made the decision. So whatever. But what I have found that one, I think I have really great leadership qualities, but my leadership qualities need to add several things that you don't think about as a leader. Delegation is not my strong suit. I'll do it. Let me do it. I get it done. I'm doing it. I'll do it. But one more thing, I'll do it. I'll get it done. I'll let you know. Like I've been doing that. And at the culmination of these 12 months, I've said, oh girl, learn how to tell somebody else to do something. And also tell other people that when they're doing something, I'm not going to tell you how to do these things, but I trust you. If me, Sharita, Dr. Sharita, for those, who need it, Dr. Sharita, for those who need it, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to let you do it because I trust you. If I don't trust you, then I'll give you every step. If I give you every step, then I'm going to take it back because I'm going to do it myself. Or actually, I'm going to have a backup plan so when you fuck it up, but don't worry about it because that's what I got because I knew you was going to fuck it up. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Like I have learned that my leadership is not, like we think boss energy. Boss energy is telling other people what to do. Yeah. And I get a real, like, people like, you're bossy, you're pushy, you do this. Yes, I'm all of those things. But I'm not all of those things without conscience. Right. And the thing is, sometimes you have to be able to say, this needs to get done. Somebody else needs to do it, not me. And it needs to be done by XYZ date. So, like, looking for other places and people and things to do what, look, girl, you ain't gonna be able to do this. We got payroll now coming up. I can't do payroll. I looked at those receipts over the last couple of days and I was like, nope, finding a organization to do it because I can't do it. I won't do it. This is not it. So learning how to delegate is just as much a part of leadership as learning how to like be the boss, trusting the people that you have around you. And last but not least,
so we're looking for volunteers.
I was going there.
Oh, okay.
I was going there. Like last but not least, it's just because it's our baby doesn't mean we can't have babysitters.
Oh yeah.
And for me, like this is our baby. And I want it to grow and do well. But children don't grow up in a vacuum in a house with just their parents only, right? So that's where it goes into that volunteer work. That's where it goes to asking people, what can you do for us? And if it costs, then fine, but can you do it at a lower rate? Or we don't have it. Like we were actually having this conversation yesterday, and the one lady was like, her mama told her, don't get on the internet begging for people. She's like, well, how people supposed to know what I need if I don't ask them? If you look at it as begging, fine. I'm begging for a cause that I believe in. So that's where I'm at like now. And I'm just like, the next 12 months, we got a lot in front of us. And I want to be able to make sure that we're doing it. Because what we've done in a year has been very monumental for us. And we haven't seen a lot of people doing that around us. I don't know anybody who runs a nonprofit. No. That was us. We were working for a nonprofit. And you ain't know them people. They wasn't going to tell you how the business was being run. So there's that. That's my top 3. Yay! So what do we have coming up? What do we have coming up? United States Conference on the HIV and AIDS next week. Yes. I'm going for the fellowship. We're building out a new program. No more acronyms after this because I can't keep them all straight. So this will be the SHINE program. SHINE! You will shine and stop. No matter.
Totally remember it.
Go ahead.
So strength, health, integrity,
inspiration. There you go. You still have to check it because I don't know it.
And nurturing and empowerment.
Yes. Yes. And the focus is holistic health. And we will be wrapping HIV and STI information in there as we look at getting to zero. See, I know what it's about. I can't tell you the name.
I can keep up with the
We got a newsletter coming out September 15th. It's going to be the day we launch it.
Yes,
You wrote a blog, right?
I wrote a blog.
Don't tell us about it.
Okay.
Just, you're going to have it. We're going to have it.
I'm gonna have it.
We'll get a newsletter. So if you want to be on our newsletter.
Because then in the newsletter, always you'll be able to find out where we are all the time.
Where we are, what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera. Also at USCHA, shit, the HIV conference coming up. We're gonna be on the internets with it, so I'll be recording and doing all types of things. So we'll be posting for it. I will be trying to eat good, so I expect you to come and eat good.
Out this week because I just know you're gonna have us in the restaurant.
Yeah, I've already started looking. I'm called my people, trying to get us some what is it, mambo sauce. That's what we want. Anyways, my birthday is coming up. Yeah, I'll be 42.
Are we gonna do something?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I haven't planned anything, but my kid's birthday is literally the party is the day before my birthday. So
we're gonna plan something before?
no, we'll do it after. The day is his, but that night is mine. I'll take it.
I'll send her an email and I promise you, I can set up all the events and she ain't coming.
What? Anyways, my birthday is coming up. I'll be 42, and I was sitting down with a young lady, and she was like, we were talking, and I said I moved here in 09. She's like, what? I graduated high school in 09. And I thought you were along with me. Oh no, baby. No, I am not. But I appreciate it. She said, that good black don't cry, baby. I was like, I do what I can. I mean, my mama look young too.
Your mom does look young.
So there's that. We have Black Girl Ventures going on all month. I'm a part of that, and that's really good. That's getting us connections and working with what is called a leadership academy. So they're teaching the leaders of organizations how to be better leaders. That's what we're talking about, that delegation and that reaching out and all that stuff. Look, when we were having the interview, I was like, ooh. You know what? Let me be a real transparent moment right now. I think I need this because I can do it kind of gal.
Yeah.
But then I get mad because I got to do it. So there you go. And then Queen Project. What's Queen stand for?
Quality Education Empowerment Network.
Yes! We're launching that September 15th as well. So that'll run for a year, and we're going to be talking about reproductive justice and reproductive options for women. Texas, a bunch of laws just went in today, and some of them are quite depressing and terrible to me. But getting rid of gender-affirming care for young people and no abortions, no this, no that. But, that baby is, it's a person, but that person come across the border is not. So, life. They're putting literal barbed wire in the water so that you can get snarled up.
Yeah. I'm like, half these people can't swim.
But I'm pro-life. And I believe that life has value. Oh, whose life? Okay. Let me get off of my soapbox. But we will be talking about reproductive justice, reproductive health options for women. We will be providing an event. We will be providing all types of different options for birth control. That birth control is about to be over the counter, and we will be paying for it. So we're trying to connect with some local organizations so that when you come to us, we're going to send you to somebody who see you, who acknowledge you, who will be able to not only see you as a number, but see you as a person and validate you in that space. Because we do know that for Black people, Black women specifically, when you go to the doctor, there is a lot of anxiety around that. There is a lot of, if I go there, are they going to acknowledge what I need? Or are they going to just shoo me out the door? Are they going to talk over my head? Are they going to not literally believe me? Right, exactly, that part. Yeah. Right.
Next caller, please.
Right, exactly. We on the hotline and you getting off it. Beep, slam it or jam it. You just got slammed,
I like that.
And we have an event to market September 22nd.
September 15th thing. I'm super excited about that.
What's on September 15th?
in Business to get our check.
Oh yes, Texas Women's in Business. We're gonna be at a luncheon and we're gonna go and get our grant money. We won a grant from them, and see, I'm like, what's that? We won a grant from them, and we're gonna receive our big check. And if you wanna join us, if you want to join us, you want to come out, please hit us up in the email. I'm going to post that too. Please hit us up. It's free. And we want to see some more black bodies in that room, honey. We do. And stand behind that big check with lots of black women smiling with all our beautiful hues and tones. I would love to see that. So I'm going to start recruiting some people, see if they're available. And the lunches at Shay Z is good. People was walking away with to-go boxes. I was like, I ain't trying to look like that, but I sure wish I would have had me a to-go box.
Well, I was just saying, it ain't sandwiches.
It ain't sandwiches. It's a full, like, nice meal. So there's that. And then we have an event September 22nd. We have a trivia. We're working with one of our former sponsors who's sponsoring our event. It's a Melanated Source LLC. They do a trivia game. They built out a trivia game called Sample Me This, where you work with the sample, the original sample, and see how many super cool R&B and rap songs you can tie it to. We're going to do 3 rounds. First round easy, second round not as easy, third round hard, okay? And we're giving away prizes, we're giving away money, we're giving away things gift cards. We're giving away things, and that's money, right? And we're going to have a good time. We're going to be in Manor at Lituation, so they going to first drink on us if you're 21 and up.
They're good, too.
Oh, yeah.
They're good.
And we can talk to them about getting us a specialized drink, but 21 and up, first real alcoholic drink is on us. If you do not drink, there are non-alcoholic beverages on us. And we will be catering it and bringing out the food like we usually do because it's fun. It's really fun.
They did a great job.
Yeah. So come out. Once again, all this information will be on our Instagram. You can go right to our link tree. And at Allure Alliance TX on Insta. Start signing up. Because I'm going to start. Right, the Barbie event was, I still think about that. So we're trying to do it like that. And then I need to talk to you about a place that's right near here that I'm thinking about seeing if we can get some events at. The XO Club right there.
Oh, okay.
It's right there. I didn't realize what it was until I was driving. I was like, my sister lived right across the street.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and those apartments right behind it.
I hadn't,
But their space is open for rental.
Well, let's go out there tonight then when we leave here.
Let's go look. And last but not least, how do we connect? How do you connect with us one more time? Allure Alliance, our website.
No, you forgot about the Sands Bar.
What about the Sands Bar? Oh, that's in October, but I can say it.
Oh, okay.
Starting in October, we're going to be meeting at the Sands Bar every second Friday for a happy hour. That is a dry happy hour, but come on out. We're going to have an event theme every single time.
The space is really pretty.
Really pretty, really nice.
And those non-alcoholic drinks are
They're really good.
it tricks your mind.
And once again, first non-alcoholic drink on us. We going to pay for it.
And we're going to feed you too.
And we're going to feed you some
It
food.
ain't gonna be
And it damn sure ain't going to be no sandwiches. We don't like to feed nobody what we don't want to eat.
exactly. I don't want no pizza.
No.
I don't want no sandwich.
I don't want no Popeyes. I eat that on my own time, but not when I'm showing up. You know, them people like, you going to have a brunch, and then they get there, and it's like them styrofoam plates don't even hold up. Your food doing like this down the middle.
It's not a Dixie plate.
It damn sure ain't. And then you got to fold it up because the food nasty. Slide it in the trash. And I paid $40 for, and we're doing this for free. Everything that we do will cost you nothing.
All of our events are free.
They are free. And also we're trying to make it where our CHW stuff will be mostly free, if not very, very low cost. We're working on it to make it free.
Yeah.
We got some grants out right now. I'm trying to work my mojo. So
We getting them.
I'm excited.
I feel it.
Year 1 down.
In the air. And
We got all the insurance we need now.
abundant.
Yes. That's what the lady said in the tarot. She said, only focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't have, because if you start looking at what you don't have, what you don't, and you will get that. You will draw that to yourself. So only look at what you do want. Go look at all the wonderful things and just manifest it. Oh, the Virgo tarot was good this morning. I only look at it on the first day of the month. All right, so we're gonna end out, and then, but before we go, look what I brought back. Look at that. Look at that.
Cards.
Relationship debates. A woman is caught cheating and says her significant other should forgive her because he's cheated before. He refuses and reasons that it's worse when women cheat. Does he have a point?
No.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Because it's not worse when women cheat. And
It's worse because women, they be emotional when you cheat. They like him.
yes, men cannot get out of their heads when their bodies have been touched by other people. I think it is true that depending upon the situation, it could be emotional, it could be just physical. That's between you and your partner, how y'all work that out. But no, it doesn't make a difference.
Right. Are you gonna stay or are you gonna go? That's the question. If they cheat and you want to leave, then use that. Don't use it. Oh, it's different. If she cheated, he cheated and she stayed. Check. You agreed to that.
Right.
You cheated. He want to leave. He didn't agree to that. I always feel like, look, there is no difference between cheating, but you can't use that as a reason to get your partner to stay or go. Just, hey, don't get caught. Duh. That's the easiest way to do it. If you're going to cheat respectfully. And if you're looking for somebody to cheat, you need to know what you're going to do once you know that they cheating. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm one of those people, like, cheating is a deal breaker for him. Like, if he cheats, it's a problem. If I cheat, he was the reason why I cheated. There you go. Because I give it all. I give it all. And if I decide to stray, you did something to make me stray. Because I'm a loyal individual.
You can't say they made you do it, though.
No, they did. They did.
Because it's kind of like, oh, I just fell on the dick.
No. It was a conscious decision to cheat. But you drove me there with your behavior. There you go. And then I'm at the point where if I'm cheating, if you find out, I'm leaving anyway because it was fun when you didn't know. Now that you know, we got to do counseling. I don't do all that.
It's too much.
I just want to go then.
Yeah, because, like, trying to get somebody's trust back.
Right. At this age,
Yeah.
now in my 20s, maybe I'd be willing to work the way. I'm in my 40s. It's like, look, if I fuck up a good thing, then I fucked up a good thing, man. If I cheated in the first place, they weren't that good. That's how I feel. I'm one of those people. Look, I will ride with you. I tell my husband, I will ride with you. If we be honest, we don't have to like each other. We don't have to do. We can come to the table and say, hey, this sex thing ain't working no more. Because sometimes for men, it's just sex. For women, it may be just sex, or it may be something else. Or for the other part, I'm not getting something. Tell me what you're missing, and I may be willing to crack the door for you and say, hey, we've been married XYZ amount of time. And then, maybe you want some variety. Be smart. What are the rules? Let's go ahead and, because it's a two-way street.
That's true.
And there are people out there that be married. They be like, oh, they've been married 50, 60, 70. You're going to tell me that in that 50, 60 years, when you got married in 20 years of age, that nobody stepped out, nobody was playing footsie. You're lying.
Not even generationally, you know?
I don't believe it at all. Most of those men cheated. Most of those men had families on other sides of town. Exactly. But also, like, I don't see, like, to me, it is not the worst thing that can be in your relationship. I think lying and deceit and all those other kind of things, that they're manifestations of other things that are wrong. So if you just come to me and say, hey, I really would like to open this relationship. Now we can have the conversation. I can stay, I can go, whatever. Don't hold me hostage because you want to go out over here and then be over here. And then people don't be cheating right. They don't be cheating. 50-mile rule. I better never, ever bump into somebody at the Target that know what your dick look like. That's a problem.
Not the target.
There is a book called The Ethical Slut. They talk about that. 50-mile rules.
Okay.
If you're gonna do some dirt, put 50 miles between you and your life. I'm not condoning. I'm not telling you. I'm just saying that's where I'm at.
Also, I think in the very beginning of marriages, there has to be this realistic understanding and mindfulness of one person for the rest of your life.
Right.
You gotta know what you're signing up for.
I don't even know how you get to marriage without talking about those things. Like, because people romanticize marriage. That's why.
Yes, it's definitely romanticized. And
Right.
So when it
Now,
happens,
this isn't marriage. Now, if we dating, your ass out of here. Now, marriage is different for me. But if we're dating, you're out of here. That's it. Because you're not, it's easier to walk away. When you're married, there's paperwork, there's divide. Well, shit, you can not have kids. But, I mean, I was with someone for a very long time. We broke up because we at the end, and I'm finding out you ain't the person you said you was. It's time for you to go. Pack your shit up, put it in a bag. I put it on the back porch, and I said, hey, you better come get it for the trash man, dude. Okay? Send your people. Let me know when they come in. The back gate is open. That's it. That's it. Locks change, everything. It's a wrap.
yeah.
So I'm gone. It was easy because we not married.
Right.
Married is different.
Uh-huh.
Hey, D, I want to have it. D, I'm going to get what's coming to me. Like that. I'm going to need that in marriage. Last but not least, this is the one. Tonight, let's talk after dark edition. Do you prefer lights on or lights off?
Both.
You like them on and off?
Yeah.
Start on and then turn them off, or turn them off and then
Like,
whatever's
what
happening.
we're doing, like, I'm not scared to be in the lights. I don't care about.
For me, it's glasses on or glasses off, baby, because I can't see. My eyes are open, but with the glasses off, I can't see. You know what I mean? I feel like glasses off because then the sensation because your eyes don't work.
My eyes still work. It depends on, like, I don't care. Lights on, curtains open, blinds open.
Oh, so you want the whole neighborhood to know, like, with the curtains
You
open.
got kids, so they know you're doing something in the house, right?
They don't know what you're doing. They know what you're doing. They don't know what you're doing it. Okay?
Yeah, I also like voyeurism too. So to see people out,
You're a people watcher?
definitely.
I don't know. I just be like, For me, I don't. It really doesn't matter. Lights on, lights off. If I've known you for a long time, you can just turn them off. It's cool.
Yeah, I think depending upon.
If I've never, I need the lights on because I need to see what's going on here.
Well, see, I've even looked at that beforehand.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I need to see what it looks. That's why people are like, oh, I don't like DPs. I'm like, a DP can change hearts and minds. I don't know what you're talking about. At least for me. Well, I was not feeling you. Then you sent me elephant trunk. Then I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me text him back. Hey, big head. Let me see. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but for me, I feel like those kinds of things, like I need to see it. Then I can be like, I give it a go. Baby leg. Boop, 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 boop.
She said she drew it on a piece of paper.
Was it little?
It was like a mushroom.
Like the top?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was like, ooh, I've never seen that before.
Was it skinny? And just bulbous at the top?
It was just a bowl.
Yeah. Well, see, once again, you sent me a picture of that. I was feeling you, but then I'm like, unsubscribe.
Cute face ain't gonna work this.
I mean, what's going on here, sir? But see, there's the thing. There are people who are showers. There are people who are growers. There's people who are both.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, what you see when it's like this may not be the same when it's like this. So, I'm like, where did that...
I wouldn't want a surprise though. I wouldn't want you to
Exactly why you need to see it.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't want it to go from like a regular
Like this to
size
like...
Snickers to
And like, if is it skinny like a pencil? Is it girthy like a body? I need to know. I just say, like, that's why I need the lights on when I first see you. Now, once I've seen you, we good. We good. We good. Well, I mean, if I trust you and all that good stuff, you always got to get a visual inspection. I don't give what nobody say.
I was a damn. Those people off with their head.
Just from the pic?
No, just in person.
Oh.
Body inspection.
You're like, oh, what is that? Is that a tattoo of a spider? Put your clothes on and leave, sir. So you're not going to take off those white socks? What do you think this is, Bank Bros? Get out of here!
Who's that Michael Jackson video? Among Us me. What
Right.
you
I
gonna
am
do
not
for me?
entertained. They come here swinging it around. Sir, off with his head. Pharaoh Ramses. Michael Johnson. Magic Johnson. Magic
What's in
Johnson.
there?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iman. Mm-hmm.
That's what she was
Iman.
entertained me.
Entertained me.
That is not entertaining.
Yes. No. Yeah. Lights on. One more and then we're done. And then we're done because this is the fun part. Come on. Come on. I touched you. Okay. Oh, Lord. A woman's best friend is a chronic cheater. Her significant other feels uncomfortable and doesn't want them going out together. Is he unreasonable? Yes. What's she doing got to do with me?
Exactly.
I'm a grown up.
Exactly.
If she want to cheat, that's her business. If he want to cheat, that's his business.
I'm not telling anything. I'm just.
Now they try to get me. They try to get me in a three-way. Now that's a whole other story.
I mean, wouldn't you find that very like,
Flattering?
yeah.
No.
Really?
No, I would not find it flattering because it's my friend. Like my friend. I would.
She's asking because she trusts you.
No, I'd be like, girl, no, ew, gross. I have this thing with my friends that anybody that they think is cute or they, go and have sex with, they immediately become Quasimodo to me. They're not attractive to me at all. Like it's just this.
Me and my friends, we've never liked the same kind of man.
Yeah. I'm one of those. So, thank y'all for joining us today. We appreciate y'all for sticking in with us. 12 episodes in. We'll have another one coming up next month. But if you really want to know what we got going on, www.randomblackgirls.com, Allure Alliance TX at Instagram, at TX Allure on Twitter. Email us at allurealliancetx@yahoo.com. And we also on LinkedIn, Allure Alliance. So drop us a note, a kite, something, tell us. Yeah.
Friends about us.
And closing out, September saying what you got going on for September. One thing that you say to yourself, keep you moving, to keep you pushing in September. Slam it or jam it? Jeez Louise, macaroni and cheese.
September's big for me. My anniversary, my 16-year anniversary is on in September. My 10-year-old turns 11 in September. My husband it's his birthday. My brother is his birthday. My niece is her birthday. It's so many Virgos in my life.
Yep.
That's probably why you and I are so intertwined.
You know how to deal with the crazies of the Virgo. Well, yeah. So for me, September is gonna be, girl, take a break. That's it. That's girl, take a break. That's why my husband and my kids are not coming with us to Disney. Because I'm like, no, I think I need to do this by myself. I need to do this by myself today.
Eat, drink, and lay at the pool. How about that?
Okay. That's fine. It's going to be hot in the 90s all week.
We over out here in the hundreds.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Good.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice.
She don't like to be outside.
I do not. I do not. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
Good night.